Hello everyone, this is Hammertron here on my HammerMobil channel with a new Playmobil review for you. This time I am reviewing the Playmobil City Life set 70049 ambulance with flashing lights. In just a moment I will show you the packaging this came in, and then I will review the set itself. Here is the box for the Playmobil City Life set 70049 ambulance with flashing light. This was made in Germany in 2018, and I bought this through an online store in 2021. Here's the front of the box, and it looks like this is meant to simulate sound. So it has flashing light and perhaps a siren sound. We will find out. Here is the top of the box. This shows some manufacturing information here. It's a nice picture there. Here's the bottom of the box. It shows you can take the roof off and you can get to the inside of the ambulance, so it looks nice there. And one side of the box, nice picture there. And here is the other side of the box. And then on the back is my favorite picture on Playmobil boxes. Nice big picture on the back, but this was made in 2018, so they're still putting large pictures on the back. Shows the ambulance and people, a bicycle and a gurney and some equipment. So I will open this up and review the set itself in just a moment. Here are some of the accessories that come with the set. There are more accessories, and I will show those a little later along with the vehicle. But here we have a bicycle for the bike rider. We have a little clear stand to keep it upright, so we can put the figure on there and make it look like he's riding a bike. We have a couple of display pieces, clear plastic with a little sticker on it. This goes with a light up feature that is part of the ambulance. And here's a little toolbox and some of the medical tools, and these can be stored in the toolbox there. Here's a fire extinguisher with a little silicone hose there, and here's the gurney, and has this IV bag here and a little silicone tube ending in this little clip that snaps onto the wrist of a figure. Here we can strap the figure down onto the gurney. Here's a little medical display, and that's a sticker that's attached to a plastic piece that's then attached to the gurney, and has some nice wheels, and the wheels do roll very nicely, and then it folds up and we can put it into the ambulance. I will show that in just a moment. Here are the figures we get with the set. We have two paramedics, a male and a female, and then we have a nice young man who is riding a bicycle and he gets injured. Let's take a look at the paramedics. Here's the female paramedic. She has a female body, torso there. There's some nice printing on the front of the body there, and an extra vest piece which slides in after it's all assembled. And there's some nice printing on the vest piece here, and also on the back. Nice full head of hair. So no circular style hair piece, so we cannot snap on normal headgear for this Playmobil figure. Nice little ponytail there. And there's a little printing on the legs. Now the other paramedic, the leg printing is a little bit different, so it's nice to have a little variety. Here There's just a little printing on the torso. A little hard to see under this vest, but there's some printing on the front of it and on the back. Now the two vest pieces are a little bit different. This one's a little more open. This one's a little more closed. This male figure has a full head of hair, no circular hairpiece there. So we can't put on a normal headpiece or hat piece. And here, he's the nice young bicyclist. And he has a helmet with the circular hairpiece so we can snap the helmet on. There's some nice printing on the front of the torso and on the front of the legs, but like most Playmobil figures, there's no printing on the back. And here are some bandages, just little silicone pieces that we can wrap around the arm. There we go. Wrap it around the arm and the leg. So he should be more careful when riding his bike. So all of them have the same articulation. The head turns, the arms move up and down, the wrists turn, and the legs are a single piece that move up and down together. Here's the back of the ambulance. I've already put the fire extinguisher in there and the medical box. Now we can just slide them into some pegs to keep them in place so they don't move around. And here, up here, we have a sticker that we have to put in here. A little difficult to put it in here at this angle, but it is manageable. And then it looks like we have another IV or some other medical device that we can clip onto a figure's wrist, and it has storage on a peg up here. There we go. And then looks like an oxygen mask that we can clip over a figure's face, the lower part of their face. And then we have storage for that up here. Sometimes it's a little difficult to get to. There we go. And then we can slide the folded gurney into the back of the ambulance. There we go. And now nothing moves around. So here are the back doors. And then here is a side door. Now these were already attached or assembled when I opened the box, but it does look nice. I like how this door looks. It just has a nice swinging hinge there. So that looks good. Now here we have a folding seat. This is actually a seat, so we can fold it down and we get a figure. Now in order to get them to sit there and stay there, we have to get their arms or their hands down and use their hands to grip part of the seat. Get both sides. There we go. And there, the paramedic will remain seated if we get both sides snapped into place. There we go. So the paramedic can remain seated while the ambulance is moving. And we do have space to have a paramedic standing at full height inside the ambulance. so that's good. Now here is an interesting feature. There is a little panel which is actually battery operated. We have a couple of buttons. That one lights up there. And that is where we put these clear plastic medical displays. Although it's a little hard to see. I don't know if I have it backwards or not. That's one. Now, the other button causes that to light up. So that's very interesting there. Now, if we wait long enough, it'll dim. So it looks like something out of Star Trek. So it looks pretty neat there. So there is one AAA battery in there. We can just pull this piece out. There it is. And then we can just slide it back in there. And make sure it snaps into place. And then we have the roof piece. Now, one button turns on the lights. So there are lights on all four corners, so that looks nice. And the other button is a siren. So that is the American siren. We have a little switch here. Flip the switch. And now that's the European siren. Now, eventually these things do turn off on their own, or we can just push the button again to turn it off. And this part just snaps on to the roof there. So it looks like a very nice ambulance. Not like almost every Playmobil vehicle I've ever seen, the tires are rubbery. So I really like that. It makes it more quiet when rolling around on any surface. Also, it just adds to the realism because it just looks more realistic that way. Now, these are all prints. All this color here, these are prints. So fortunately, no stickers there. That'd be a lot of work. And license plate. Nice headlights here. And license plate and more prints. Now these do not light up, but it does have some clear plastic, so it adds to the realism. It looks like we plug in gas pump if we want to add gas to the ambulance. All in all, I'd say this is a very nice ambulance set. It is, however, maybe a little more than twice as expensive as the other ambulance I have already reviewed. The other one was a more basic set, and most of that was pre-assembled. Here we had more assembly we had to do, plus it does have more electronics, not only the lights and sirens on the top, but also on the inside. If I can just activate it. So I think that's a very nice feature, and slightly more detailed accessories. However, I'm not entirely sure it's worth twice as much as the other one. Now, one other thing that looks a little odd to me, I think, is that if I compare the picture, I'm looking at the color here and the color on the ambulance. It seems like on the box it's a darker shade than here on the actual vehicle. That doesn't really bother me. That's just something a little odd I noticed. So this is the Playmobil City Life set 70049, the ambulance with flashing lights. Thank you for watching my review video. Please like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my future reviews. Until next time, goodbye everyone.